Sahara. Look at it. Look at it. How Wike revoked 30 hectares of land owned by top military officials, relocated same land to associate, including INEC chairman Amoputa. So when you see him shouting there, you think he's shouting for Nigeria. He's not shouting for the poor masses. He's not shouting for he's shouting for his clique, for their clique, their group. Their clique and their group. That is how they operate. They grab land, they take any. There was a time a report came, even he allocated land to his son. Even his son has land in Abuja. His in-law has land in Abuja. And when you see him shouting, you think he's shouting for you. This is an idiot. The most corrupt and the most unlawful man in Nigeria.
Sycophant. The guy in a sycophant of the highest order.
Serious one. This is the worst man you can ever mention his name. And somebody will go, look at it. Exclusive how FCT Minister Wike revoked 30 hectares of land owned by top military officers, relocated same to associate, including INEC chairman Amoputa. This is what this idiot has been doing in Abuja. And when you see him there shouting, you think he's doing it for other people. You see, the source who has been directly engaged in the matter said the revocation and the distribution were carried out in total disregard of due process, officials' recommendation, and existing private approval. This is the man who is telling you about law. You saw him there shouting and making noise about law. A lawless, very lawless man. Phrases there have emerged on the land dispute that triggered Tuesday's confrontation between the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Wike, and soldiers who stopped him and his officials from entering a property in Gudu District, Abuja. Speaking exclusively to Sahara reporters, a legal practitioner involved in the same explained that the dispute, 30 hectares land, were initially allocated to seven and retired military personnel, but was later revoked by the FCT minister, Wike. The lawyer revealed that the same was reallocated to Wike political associates, including a top ally, alleged to be the current Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC chairman, Professor Sam Amobida. These are the people that are going to conduct a credible election for you. They are already collecting their bribe in advance.
Yeah.
They are already collecting land. They are already collecting this, and these are the people that will give you credible election. And I hope that the United States of America is watching. I hope that the officials of the United States of America is watching. The source who has directly engaged in the matter said the revocation and redistribution were carried out in total disregard of due process, official recommendation, and existing approvals. I am personally involved as a lawyer in this matter and several other cases of revocation and relocation of land to private persons by Wike, the source said. Wike revoked the land, which total 30 hectares, and allocated it to some persons, one of whom we were told in confidence is the current INEC chairman. Unfortunately for Wike, a former naval chief, Awal Gambo, and some serving army personnel have vested interest in the land and have partly developed some. Same. The source claimed that the land was originally designated as park and recreation area, but Wike allegedly changed the land use to multi-purpose and issued fresh right of occupancy to new beneficiaries. In the letter dated 17th May 2022 and addressed to the MD CEO Santos Estate Limited, the author Hajia Riscato Abdulaziz, the Director Park and Recreation Department, said this with reference to your letter dated 21st February 2022 on the above subject matter. You see, we have to read all this and bring it forward. You know, when you see him shouting in that video, when you see him making noise and shouting in that video, you think he's shouting for the poor masses or he's trying to follow the rule of law. I say Wike is the most lawless man in Nigeria. Everything Wike have done in Nigeria has always been lawless. He has never been lawful. He has never. He destroyed the political party where he belonged. He rigged himself and removed a governor. He destroyed life in Obibo single-handedly. A very lawless man that he threatened an INEC official. If you do not rig election to my own part, you are dead. You are not going to go. This is the man you saw in that video ranting and making noise. And some of you be confused and think, oh, he's fighting for poor masses. People who doesn't know him will think he's fighting on behalf of the man. This man has never in his life fought for the masses. He's an animal that is only fighting for his own personal interest. An idiot who is concerned about his own self alone. Everything Wike have done all his life in politics is about himself and himself alone. He doesn't care how you feel. He doesn't care what you do. He doesn't care what you're about to do. This is the man I just played his video. And it's important we show the world who they are, what they do. And I want us to listen to this, our brother, A1 Nigerian, what he had to say about Wike on that very action you see there.
I don't see this video between Minister for FCT and the military officer. Some people say this was not professional or this or that and all. I don't know what when I think about the incident will happen. But as for me, you see the military officer in this video, he must be protected at all costs. Yes. Because he is our gallant officer and he's a man of integrity. We must protect the dignity of our armed forces. In fact, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wike Shuaibu, and even Chief of Naval Staff, yes, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, we beg you, sirs, you must protect this our dear officer. Nothing must be had to happen to him. He must be given all the support as a gallant officer because he stood professional even in the face of unprecedented provocation. Yes, he is a man of integrity. It does not matter whatever was the cause of the altercation, whether they carry out legal or illegal order. The Minister for FCT has no right to address a military officer in that kind of reckless and derogatory manner. No, we reject it. No, Honorable Minister. Because when you build a system of impunity and recklessness, this is the result. When madness jam impunity, now the thing we will see so clash of the titans. Shena only minister for FCT in Tinubu's cabinet. Is minister for FCT the only minister in Tinubu's cabinet? Where be say since they make one person minister, the full country cannot drink water and drop cup. It is like saying now one emperor. In fact, Abuja never see minister before. Even independence, you go see billboard congratulating Minister for FCT on independence of country. It be like Nigeria get two presidents, one president for Nigeria and one president of FCT. Convoy in a power by go day the front. Everything you got you are a fool. No, Honorable Minister, no, you cannot address our military officers like that. These are the people where they fight war, protecting our national interest and territorial integrity. You cannot address him like that. Whether you agree, say the other way carry out there is legal or illegal, you cannot resort to self-help or political banditry. There is a channel where you fit carry out his report. You can write a petition to his superior or you can go to court. Shebi will not like court. Now go always tell us to go to court. Now they take care of judiciary. You can go to court. You should not resort to motopark politics. No, you cannot be telling the military officer say he's not a fool, and he's not a fool. You cannot tell him to shut up. If you have any grievance with what he's doing there, take it up with his superior. Every leader must be able to show character and restraint even in the face of provocation. You cannot resort to this kind of gutter language. No. Since when they make one person minister, issues of land for Abuja don't turn on another thing. Now this, now that. When they say they allocate land to children, they say, so, I say you can, when you was in school, but no, Honorable Minister, no. Now so they think they pain. They say when they think they pain on so, as they pain them, the way where they say the thing where we do was the time where they bring up Biafran results for 2023 election. Now so Nigerians feel this impunity is big enough to go round. The way where they think they go, it go touch everybody, one person at a time. because we have decided to build a system of impunity and rascality. We must make better of our lives. Look at the show of shame. Security agents where they attached to minister, struggling and pushing with military persons, and most of them were armed. What if anything be happen? A shame of a nation. Shame on you, Nigerian
God
leaders.
enter their mind. They open fire for each other.
So no matter the provocation, leaders in the country, public office holders cannot show decorum, cannot show character, cannot show composure. In fact, military officer is even showing more restraint and professionalism in the face of provocation. Because the way where they think they go, now slap being remain to land for one person eye. But it kukuma good. If to send a civilian do them, by now DSS or don't land them, you know when they see well, not they gas you, they carry you go throw for slaughter. They will charge you for treason. They will charge you for this. Power past power, but nothing past God. Make una see them now. Resolve this one. We take God beg you, our military officers, you must pamper them, you must pet them. They have dignity. That uniform carries a lot of pride. You cannot insult men of our armed forces. If you disagree with whatever they are doing, that they protect house of former chief of naval staff or whatever, there is a channel to register your grievances. Learn to follow due process. Honorable Minister, follow due process. You cannot be considered authority.
All of them are the same. Useless people.
Follow laws and procedures. That is the way a country should go, not to turn an entire country to behave like a zoo. Even zoo, animals go in a certain manner. This one is a lawless zoo. We cannot continue like this. Nigeria
you don't take them the kind of word.
That they respect law and order and not allow recklessness in public office. May God help Nigeria. I thank God beg on Nigerian armed forces.
Which God?
Protect our...
Which God help Nigeria? They are
of all well-meaning Nigerians. He said he's not a fool and he's not a fool. They say make he shut up, he say no go shut up. If all Nigerians fit get the courage to speak truth to public office holders when they know say the thing where they do they wrong, they will have a second thought. Now because everybody they do like zombie, now make una they think say una be God. You are not God. Follow due process.
Of
My
course.
name is Peter for our armed forces.
They are all of them.
You join. My brother Christian, you're welcome. Coach Hughes, you're welcome. Bro Max, you're welcome.
Good morning.
Take the mic, Gary.
Yeah, morning, my brother Jerry. All these people, all of them na bad luck, bad market, all of them. Even this one when they rant, this and that. This one when they rant, say all this one when they rant, say this and that. They say our military, not be the same military. They when Nigerian people come out to protest for good governance, they shoot them, so go dump them every. Not be the same military. So why would you look if they are fighting? I will thank God that let them fight harder.
I said they for open fire. Now that one for good.
Make it go into weak stomach. That thing for this bullet for go weak stomach. Weak slaughter innocent Igbo people in Igbo. And you think that look, in one of these days.
He's a walking corpse now. You don't see how he be.
One of these days, hand go touch him. Weak.
Definitely.
Just massacre people for protesting, just to protest. And
all those Aboki soldiers where they challenge. Forget one day they go put bullet for him belly.
You can see now, everybody hates him now. Everybody. Both APCO, both PDPO, both whatever, because in safe, in own too much safe. All this everything now. And Wike, I've never seen a psycho fan like Wike in my life. I've never seen. You know that he's not a stupid guy. He's well, he has some intelligence. Now, he's able to figure out where the power lies. So he always pander. He panders a lot to where the power is. This guy, because he understands Nigeria too, to an extent. He knows that if you are the president of Nigeria, it doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter how you become president. Whether you be a drug trafficker, a 419, a criminal, whatever. Immediately you're a president, all the power in Nigeria rests on you. You have it. So what Wike does, or what he realizes, is that because he knows, say, we cannot say be like person when shit for church, carry Bible. He knows that too well. Of course, many politicians in Nigeria, they also know that because they commit a lot of havoc, atrocities all over the place. Like the hopes of this world. They know that. So they always, cater towards where power lies. do you know that Wike has to like sabotage anything and everything sabotageable just to make sure say they in line with Tinubu, because where the power lies is Tinubu now. Outside Tinubu, there's nobody that can touch Wike in terms of like. But so therefore he can never. You know the way they sing on your mandate, on your mandate. You remember that? So these are moves, you know, to pander, you know, to kind of cater to him. And as long as he continues to remain in the good book of Tinubu, he will be covered. You still have that power in Abuja. And when oh my God, Nigeria, Jesus Christ. Well, this Peter guy, and that's why when I look at people like this, I say, una safe, una mumu safe, una mumu na pass mark. He overpass mark their mumu. Because we can know that only Tinubu can touch him. If he provoke, or if Tinubu, however he goes, say okay, Tinubu can remove him, because you know he was not elected. He was never voted as a minister. Therefore, Tinubu can just remove him just like that. And where does he go? He becomes vulnerable. He becomes vulnerable. He knows that. So that's why he can destroy anything and anybody just to be in the good book. But that's not how it's supposed to be.
And they say birds of the same feather flock together. You know, Tinubu is an Agboro also. Agboro,
100%.
Lifetime Agboro in Lagos.
Yeah.
Don't jam an Agboro. Carry Agboro, go full body for FCT.
I saw this video yesterday, but though the anger in me doesn't really allow me to pay much attention on that issue, I was just hoping that the military guy will go crazy the way they go crazy towards Nigerian people to fire. Yeah, that was what I was just hoping that could happen, you know. I don't know. Huh?
If they get reboot, when I watch it, I go just reboot them.
Exactly. But Hango meet them. You know, God have a way of doing his own thing. When, you know, he's always a God of time. When the third time, you go see how it go happen. So, for me, just again, so I did not really know why they were arguing, but because I know that it's a lawless country. The people are lawless, so it's always might is right. That is the issue with Nigeria. So I don't know. It's like maybe the military tried to be something. I don't know. But if you will explain, if you understand why they were quarreling.
I just read it in that paper I read now. That report I read now is what transpired. He went and revoked a land that belonged to a former naval chief.
Mm-hmm. And the naval chief was building something in the place, or building.
They have developed it already. They have developed not only one, there were about 2 naval chiefs who they gave them that land at their retirement, but they said they encroached in other places. Then he went and revoked it. He didn't just revoke it, he revoked it and gave it to his own friends.
But Brachus, if I tell you that Wike is not doing any of this without the consent of Tinubu, do you know that?
Of course, Tinubu is aware now.
He's aware. Maybe they send up. Because if not, Tinubu will just either remove him or caution him and tell him to stop. But he's aware. Just like what they are doing in Lagos. All these houses and businesses of Ndibo, they are destroying in Lagos. If you think that Tinubu is not aware or did not give them the mandate, yeah. So that's how it goes in Nigeria. So thank you so much, my brother. And yeah, let others talk for now.
Okay. Coach, you take the mic, speak to us. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Mazi Chief. Bro Christian, good morning. And Maxwell, good morning, brother. Yes, if you look at it now, we're going to see that the camp of the enemy, they are now panicking. Let me borrow the word of our leader, Mazin Nambikan. He says, Asolok is panicking, and their camp is also panicking. Because everything is getting clearer every day by day. And at the same time, if you look at all these things, this revoking or not revoking that Wike is doing today, number one architect of it is that man that called himself president of Nigeria, which is Tinubu. Just is exactly thing that is happening in Lagos. That they are demolishing Igbo property, burning their shops. If you look at the other voice message, that discussion of that chief in Yoruba land with Shetima, This is exactly thing. This is almost the same thing. Because one of those shops revoking land, it says that yes, this is the owner of the land, you go and revoke it. What is that telling you? That is the agreement that I have made on each other. And at the same time, everything that is happening now, we Biafrans have to be very careful. Very careful that I'm saying is this. All of us are supposed to be focused on what you are doing. Because all this thing that is happening now, they are doing it to distract us, to use this opportunity, this great opportunity that is in our present this moment. Because if we check everything that is happening in social media today, once you see that Biafrans, we are heading to somewhere, they'll just go and bring one thing and spread it in social media. If they don't carry this one, come say, this one correct this one husband, this one correct this one daughter, this one with his husband they fight, this one with his pikin they fight. All this thing is distraction for us to lose focus. And most of these people that are even plant in our midst, they are giving those people that are planted in our midst information for them to strike anytime that they see that we are moving ahead. Every one of us have to be very focused. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu judgment that is coming on 20th. This is the time for every one of us to make that judgment, even most especially those in America. If it's even possible, if they can organize protests on that in that America, so that the government of United States of America will be aware that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is being held in Nigeria DSS dungeon. That is to create more awareness. It's not that they don't know, but for them to give them first-hand information. This is the time, so that we Biafrans want to use this great opportunity that is in our present now. Because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu have write a letter to Donald Trump. That's a great achievement. But we individuals, that mode purpose that Maazị Simon Ekpa talk about, this is time for everybody that is living in the United States of America to use that mode purpose by organizing that protest. That is going to make them feel, that is going to give them more information. Because I think he's in Abuja here. I think he's one man protest. One guy that is making protest in Abuja here. That one is a good idea. They will find any means to distract us. Most especially all those people that call themselves government official of Nigeria. They will go and create chaos at back. They will bring it for us in social media for us to lose focus. And I'm even hearing one rumor, I don't know, that the government of Nigeria, they are planning how to release Ike Kurumadu. I didn't know how true that news is. Whether they are planning to am I going to say switch Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to them, so that they're going to give Nigeria government Ike Kurumadu. I'm still saying whatever thing that they are planning against our leader.
Don't listen to those. Don't pay attention to those idiotic narratives. There's nothing like that. They are going there to speak for Kurumadu, which is what they have to do as somebody who is working for them as one of their destiny. It doesn't have anything to do with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu or whatever. Anybody that is trying to attach it to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is just an idiotic statement. It doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
Yes. I know that all those they are planning no go even work. If they like me, they attach it to it. If they like me, they not attach it to it. We Biafra, we know what we want. Because we are defined Biafra, we have defined Biafra for ourselves, and we are focused on what we are pursuing. That is what we want to tell them this morning. Thank you, man. Let me stop from here now.
Thank you. Bromas, go ahead. Bromas, take the mic. Go ahead.
So much, Mazuchi. Good morning to you, and good morning to Coach Hughes and Namoche, Brother Christian.
Good morning, brother.
I salute each
Brother
and every one of you. May God continue to bless. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. May God bless Mazin Namdekana, my able leader that has stood for me and my own family in order to make sure that the land of Biafra is protected. May God bless Samuel Ekpa. May God bless USV. May God bless the lady that is taking care of it right now as we speak. I love them all. Whosoever that is trying to bring Biafra, whosoever that is doing whatever within his or her capacity, just like Mazichuk is doing here, and all of us are coming into his platform to speak. Something that is going to aid, the coming of Biafra, the sovereignty of that great nation that has been on the ground for many years by an act of enemies and so on and so forth. To come on. Not that we agree in everything. In democracy, we agree to disagree. May God bless each and every one of you. Those in my mother's ancestral land, Biafra land, I say, may God give you the strength and the spirit, the patience to endure whatever that the enemy, the zoo will throw out.
You're breaking up. Bromas, you're breaking up.
Those of you also in the diaspora, those to what they can do wherever you are. Some of us are hear me? Is it okay now?
You're breaking up. We can't hear you. It's not flowing. We can't. I think the network is breaking up.
Oh, yeah. What about now?
Okay, go ahead.
It's not coming on.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. Like I was saying, because the responsibility of the freedom of Biafra at homeland lies in the hands of all of you that are in the diaspora, because you have every opportunity and the willpower, unlike those in homeland. There are limits to what they can do. And as you are doing that, no matter which way that you are doing it, I will say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama, Ewurade Nyankopon continue to bless you and strengthen you. You see, Mazi, the video that you played, I saw the video, I watched it. Wike is very, very lucky. He is damn lucky that I am not that officer that was there.
Thank God you are here.
You cannot challenge me on acting under instruction. Once an order is given, there are some of us that will question it. And there are levels you will reach. You won't question any order unless you leave. If you just go. But in as much as you agree to remain there, even when let's say a major general, when a major general gives order to a brigadier general, that order must be carried to the letter, or he will be charged. He will face court martial for refusing to obey a particular order that was given to him. Sure. That lieutenant was obeying a particular order given to him by his superior. Who is Wike? Who is Wike. That is exactly what he did in Obibo. Slot.
Yeah. Always overstepping his boundary. He never meet to crazy people now. They go open fire for him, Bele. After they go Georgia.
Our people, because he had the power as a governor to do so. It was exactly all of our people strong. Oh, this just because they dealt with them. They did all manner of things on our people. He now took it to this place. See, he was lucky. He was lucky. In fact, if you listen, you cannot come out there unprovoked, rain insult on me while I am on, how do we call it, act of duty, my area of responsibility. I will deal with you. I will deal with you. As long as I have my backups and everything, no matter who, I will deal with you there. Who took you there? On what ground did you go there? Was the place given to them? Do you supposed to go there as a minister? Don't you have people that can go there, investigate, and go and give you a report? Don't you have enforcement team? In fact, when he told you that I am under the instruction of this particular officer, a senior officer for that matter, a general for that matter, why can't you go home and consult the man? Because that officer was not there on his own authority. Someone put him there. You destroyed the boy, despite that the guy was wearing uniform. You rubbished him, you insulted him, and the boy did not even respond. He is very lucky. There are a limit of insult that I can take when this kind of opportunity or situation presents itself. He was lucky that it's not someone like a woman that he met at that particular place. I could have shown him that we can do it. My officer that asked me to come there with that level of insult, calling me foolish, stupid, idiot. What did I do to you? Because I'm wearing uniform and obeying others, I didn't kill anybody, I didn't beat anybody. You come in there, you are insulting me, calling me foolish, telling me when you were in school, I was not born.
Brahman, sorry. Brahman, sorry. Do you think the guy, is he a senior military officer like colonel or something?
He's presenting his CV.
You see this arrogance. You see this.
A network problem.
No, he's just a lieutenant. He's a lieutenant.
Okay, you know this military terms.
I think he's a lieutenant. He's a Navy
lieutenant.
Navy lieutenant.
Okay, not a colonel. Colonel is higher. Mm. Okay.
B. He's just a young Navy. He's a Navy lieutenant. Oh, see the time when they kill, see the time when they buy a colonel in Lagos. Police people buy in Lagos. Did they see what happened? Police people wear uniform for almost 1 year in that country. That's not, because that is a chief officer that wears a red gorget on his neck.
Okay, so if he was like a colonel, he will not talk to him like that.
Do anything. You don't need to.
Your network is messed up, Bromax.
Your
network is really messed up.
I don't know what I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. How about now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, better now.
Is it good? Is it a little good? Okay. Yeah. You see, so for me, you see this arrogance in these Nigerian politicians, this pride in them, that they believe that they are all in all. These are some of the things that we are fighting to run away from. Look, if you stay in the toilet for too long, the flies that you don't expect will visit you. If Biafrans stay in that Nigeria for too long, some of us, I'm telling you, will become like Nigeria.
We are already.
Become like Nigeria.
We are already.
Because you see, there are some people you will be talking to them in such a manner that when they talk, that manner of approach, they don't even have it at all. They will be telling you, "Do you know me? Do you know me?" That self, how do I call it? A right of self-entitlement. You cannot come. You see, you can't come to Ghana here and begin to tell somebody, "Do you know me?" They will tell you, say, who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Even the president cannot even tell a fellow citizen, who do you know me?
Yeah.
That is the level, Ghanaians, the civility among, but this man, especially this man, the level of arrogance in that man, I've not seen some before in my life. Mazi Chicks, I will leave it. I will leave it here. The more we talk about that man, the more so many things will begin to come out. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We must continue. Before we go ahead, let's just have a quick break, and then we come back again and continue on.
About how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it? Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London. Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196, 174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022. In violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what they are not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what the Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that the entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere. And you wonder why God cost you. You don't know what justice means. You have no idea what justice means. You don't know what justice means. Useless. You cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the law. Show me the law. I want you to talk to me. Show me the law. Don't try that. Don't try that. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. Supreme Court's judgment you don't respect. That's why we in the law. Why we in the law?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this very program. Thank you so much for being part of the program. And remember the topic we are discussing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, CPC designation strike. Biafra must not miss this moment. Your defining hour. This is the topic we are discussing today. So while you are in this very platform and we are sharing views, always remember the topic and you push it in your discussions. And I don't know whether if my guests were here when I read the tweet that Arnold made recently. I don't know whether if you saw the tweet, Bro Maxwell and Coach Chooks, I don't know whether you saw the tweet. I read it out here when I was anchoring the program, and it is something I'm supposed to discuss and channel the discussion on that very angle. The advice that Arnold gave, the tweet he made, and that tweet is very, very deep. When we are talking about not losing focus, holding on the opportunity, not missing the moment. This is something that our Prime Minister himself said, and now Arnold, that we all know from every indication, Arnold, since he can be able to stand against the bribery of Nigeria, they couldn't catch him. I think he's credible. So when I saw that tweet, I read it, and I don't know whether if you people have seen that tweet. So if we are commenting, you have anything to say, you can equally say on that very tweet before I play some other videos that we'll deliberate on before we continue. Let's go to Bro Max. Okay, let's start from Bro Max. If you are still there, or your network problem will not be able to allow you. And let's start with Bro Christian. Bro Christian, are you there?
What you say?
Did you see the tweet of Arnold recently?
No.
I read it out when I was starting the program. Maybe you're not there at that time.
What did he say?
Okay, let me see if I can get the tweet again and read the tweet. Because that very tweet he made is very important. It calls for concern. It's one of the things that made me to choose the topic I chose today, so that people can be focused and stop getting distracted. The tweet is just almost the same thing that we have been saying all this while about focus. And I'm going to read out the tweet. Let me see if I can be able to bring it up so that when we are making our contributions, everybody can be able to speak on that very issue. It is very important. And I feel that tweet is loaded with information. Keep your sentiment away. Keep every other thing you have in mind. The information there is deep. Look at the tweets and look at what the tweet says. It says, he was responding to somebody. He said, I'm in full agreement with you. I am fighting for that here, now in the USA. The Nigerian government has hired dollar PR and lobby firms to lie and spin and deny and confuse. It is vital that Nigerians speak up now loudly. Words to the wise. One of the insider setting up high-level meetings for me gave me this advice. I want to caution you that the U.S. State Department doesn't deal with IPOB actors, doesn't deal well with IPOB actors. I want to caution you that the U.S. State Department doesn't deal well with IPOB actors. They view them as violent separatists. They are well aware of Nnamdi Kanu's case. I mentioned it as I don't want you to lose your credibility with US.
Matthew, sorry, I'm not cutting you off. Sorry, Matthew. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm hearing for the first time that Mike Arnold, should I say, knows or mention the word IPOB. Frankly, I only knew about him when he came to Nigeria, when he was lured into Nigeria by mockery. But then, when everybody saw it, he did not know any mention, nothing to suggest that he knows about our issue. So I'm hearing that for the first time. So sorry to interject, but go on. Then afterwards, I can say something.
I want to caution you that the U.S. Department doesn't deal with IPOB actors. They view them as violent separatists. They are well aware of Nnamdi Kanu's case. I mention it as I don't want you to lose your credibility with U.S. policymakers in this pivotal moment. In other words, focus on the issue at hand, eradicating terror. Otherwise, you are your own worst enemy. One step at a time. Establish peace and justice while the world is behind you. Then chart your future. This is the test that Arnold made. And this very statement is very big, deep, very, very deep and loaded. If you are somebody that is sentimental, you cannot understand what this man is saying. But I bet you, remove every sentiment in your mind and follow up this tweet with a clear and free mind. You will understand the deep information that this man is passing. To those of us who are Biafran agitators, he made a very critical point. One of the points I noted there, he has informed us, it is no longer a secret, that Nigerian government has hired high-dollar PR and lobby firms to lie and spin and deny and confuse. We should be aware. And he said it is vital that Nigerians speak up now loudly. Wherever you see him put Nigeria, put your own self there. If you are a Yoruba person, you are a Middle Beltan, you are an Arewa person, put your own person there. This man cannot come and stand for you and speak as if he's siding anybody. He is speaking to Nigerians. It is left for you to fix yourself there. The information there is that Nigeria is lobbying to the highest level to spill lies. And the result of all those lobbying and lies they are spilling, look at the result here. The result is that the U.S. State Department doesn't deal well with IPOB actors. They view them as violent separatists. They are well aware of Nnamdi Kanu case. I mention it as I don't want you to lose your credibility with U.S. policymakers in this pivotal moment. He went ahead to advise, focus on the issue at hand, eradicating terror. Otherwise, you are your own worst enemy. And he go ahead to say finally that it is one step at a time. Establish peace and justice while the world is behind you. Then chart your future. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, man, too. The only thing I will say is, I will not be able to say exactly what I have in my mind concerning this tweet, because then it will go against what you want on your platform. Therefore, I'm just gonna leave it at the fact that I don't know, how can I put it? anything on your, anything I really cannot say because for me personally, I'm of the strong.
I know where you are going, but
yeah, I'm
just
of
like
the
the way you are going about it is it's okay. Go ahead, my brother.
yeah, I'm of the strong opinion that while I don't have, should I say, 100% evidence to it, but I am strongly of the opinion that whatever people who say they are the government or either the CRC or USB or whatever, I'm strongly of the opinion that I don't know what they are doing because the impact is not felt. And if this man who is he is neutral, is an American, can come and tell you that they don't hold IPOB in high regards in the State Department. That is what he's saying invariably, right? Yeah. So that simply means that the needful and
we have a lot of work to do. That means we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we've not the needful because always yes, there is always there are lots of things to do, but you always have to like go by maybe you have to prioritize, right? So I don't, but we've said it more than enough that whatever union or government you form, you should be able to prioritize. So that it doesn't look as if you are just buying time or wasting time, or you have a different agenda, or you, because for me, I think that some of us, either we are one Nigerianist or we are obedient, that is P2B follower, or just hoping that, that they don't want Nigeria. Because I've met with several people, and I've told you several people who are also Biafrans, Igbos, but they say they don't believe that the separation, the disintegration is the way to go. So some will not even tell you, but they can be raising funds and online, doing this, doing that, but it's all just a mirage. That is human nature too. The human being can be really, really, it's incredible if you understand the nature of human being, So, because when you are not, people can see something to show that you are doing the right thing or you are willing to do the right. What do you expect me to do? I've said about the governor, the election in Anambra by Soludo, and it's gone. However it goes with the buying of people to vote, because we saw it, they were just giving people money to come and vote, stuff like that, because Soludo is in charge of the location that comes to Anambra. So he has more than enough money at his disposal to give to people. 1,000, 2,000, as the case may be. In fact, he announced that this award we get 5 million, that award we get 2 million.
5 million. 5 million.
Exactly. So
if you give him a vote, he give you 30 million.
Exactly. So you see, he has that unlimited resources available to him. So he's able to buy people who are starving and hungry. And if someone else come and tell you about printing, making passport or making ID card or doing election, does it not sound like a joke? I'm sorry, but that's what it seems to me. Because if you are not in charge, this whole thing is not going to work. Well, if the State Department doesn't have that should I say awareness or approval or high regards towards us, then I don't know what also because again, since all this whole thing that started with Bimaha, the guy that was the guy that raised the issue, but we don't have anybody who can. And I've also listened to people like Ted Cruz and Mike Johnson and some other senators talking about the Christian genocide in Nigeria, but none of them, I haven't seen or heard any of them making the case that it started with Biafrans, and that this is exactly the same thing that Biafrans are working towards, fighting for, to be free from this demonic entity that want to impose Islam and Sharia.
The reason is what this man also mentioned. He mentioned the reason.
Mike Arnold.
Mike Arnold mentioned the reason that Nigeria government,
they are lobbying
to lobby. He made it very clear. He said the Nigerian government has hired high-level PR and lobby firm to lie and spin and deny and confuse. And he gave an advice that we should speak up loudly.
Yeah, but
that means we are not speaking enough.
Exactly. But you know that is what is expected of Nigeria, because that's what they do. They propagandize. That is, everything is all about propaganda. And they have more than enough money.
More than enough connections.
They can buy off. No, they can say they can buy anybody. They can buy anything. You have to be extraordinarily strong and human not to be buy off by Nigeria, because the uncountable, you can't put a monetary term on their limit or limitations. They can buy off anybody. You know, some of these politicians who comes to Nigeria, even this Mark Arnold, if not that he's like somebody. Yeah. Well, yeah, but also he looks to me like somebody who is genuine in an effort to see Christians being saved in Nigeria. Otherwise, they could just give him $5 million US. It's nothing to Nigeria. Can you imagine if somebody, an American, giving $5 million US, your life is made. That is a crazy amount of money, and it's nothing to Nigerian government. You know, so the thing is that it's sad. It's really sad that, but I think one thing I wanted to say is that personally, and I think I've said this some time ago also, that we keep doing our best, keep praying to God, and hoping that with God's intervention, the cracks will begin to really manifest in Nigeria, but not that based off of what people you think that their government of Biafra or anybody is doing. I don't base it off of that, because I don't see them doing the right thing. When they do the right thing, we will see it, because there's nothing to be afraid of. We live in a time, I've said it from beginning of this year, that this is an amazing time frame that God has given under this U.S. Republic. I've been saying even before this whole thing break off this Christian genocide. I've been saying, we have this window of opportunities, a God-given chance to make our case. But I'm not seeing it. I have not seen it. But somehow God has managed to use other people's voice to, raise this dust, and I also believe that God is not stopping. He's definitely not stopping. There's something that he intends to do. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know that there's something God is doing. Because as we speak now, Massachusetts, you will be surprised to know that for the first time in our lifetime, to think that the U.S. government, this Republican Trump-led administration, for the first time in the history, of course, that I know of, that British government will sever relationship with U.S. administration. The intelligence corporation, intelligence gathering corporation, they've cancelled it basically. So, and there's a lot for the first time that these two nations that have always been like one and two, based off of how they all came about, because they colonized it and they fought war and they fought before finally they left U.S. alone to govern themselves. And from that time, till now, they've